Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a Pixar tier list. Now this is my opinion and this is going to be a very hard list to do, I'm telling you. And also, if you didn't watch my Marvel one yesterday, then I suggest go watching that and then coming back to watch this one. And like I said, this is my opinion, and we're going to start off with Toy Story 2. Now, this film always felt like a classic to me. It always felt like that film, like, where you're just like, oh, I really like that film. It almost feels like a classic to me. And it does. It means a lot to me, the film. So I am going to put it in the amazing section right off the bat already. Wow. What do you expect? It's Pixar, man. And then we've got Coco. Now this one is good. It's a good version of The Book of Life, or a better version at least, and it's got a good soundtrack, but some problems. So I'm gonna put it in the great section right there. And then we've got Finding Dory, which was like the start of like all the Pixar sequels coming out in those in that 3 years. But overall, pretty good film. It's enjoyable. It might be the best out of those sequels that they've done so far, but it was okay. And then we've got Incredibles 2. Now, unlike most people, I am not the biggest fan of this film. I like it. It's good, but it's still a little bit frustrating at times. So I am going to put it in the pretty good section. And then we've got one of the best films ever, I think, Monsters Inc., which is going straight in the amazing section. I absolutely love this film. It's so crazy and it's just so good, so it's going in the amazing spot. And then we've got Cars 2, a film that everyone hates and would probably put it in the terrible section, but no, is going in the amazing for me. I love this film. I don't understand why people hate it. I guess because it's more about Mater, but I love Mater's character, so I can't hate on this film. I love it. It's just such a good film, and I know people are probably going to disagree, but I just love it. And then we've got Pixar's newest film, Soul, which released on Disney Plus on Christmas Day. It was actually a really good film. Some Pixar's recently haven't been that great, but this one kind of made up for it all. It was pretty good, but still some frustrating problems. But I'm going to throw it in the great. I almost don't want to say great, throw it in the great, because it's delicate. It's a delicate Pixar film. And then we got Onward, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt's Pixar film. It was disappointing, but it's fine. It's a fine film. I did expect more from it, but it is what it is, so it's just going to go in the pretty good section right there, next to Incredibles 2, so yeah. We've got Finding Nemo. I love this film, another one that I love and is going to be going straight in that amazing section. It's got such a basic plot, but they do it so well, and it is just so good. I absolutely love it. It's just amazing. And then we've got the first Pixar film, Toy Story. Now, I am going to put it in the great section just because it doesn't... I just want the other films to seem very, very special, but it's going in the end of the great, so it's like first place in the great section. It definitely deserves that spot because I do love the film as it is. And then we've got Ratatouille, such a silly plot of a rat wanting to cook and controlling a chef. And it's just such a silly plot, but I love it so much. It's just, it just works so good, and it's going to go in the great between Toy Story and Soul right there. Pretty good film. And I think it's underrated as well. Very, very, very underrated. It does deserve more. And then we've got A Bug's Life. I do really enjoy this film, but compare it to the others, it's not as good as all of them. So I am going to put it in the pretty good section, although it's a fine film. It's almost like The Incredible Hulk in the MCU. It's a fine film. Like, the second film in a big franchise is okay. Toy Story 4, it wasn't good. I'm sorry, but I didn't like this film. I was not really keen, but I don't want to bully it too much. So it's going to go in the pretty bad section. It literally makes me want to cry because I'm saying that about Toy Story, and Toy Story is like the best animated film of all time. Oh, it really makes me want to cry. And then we've got Up, a film that like the first half an hour is like spectacular. It's amazing. But then when all like the dogs get involved, it doesn't go very well. So it's going to go on right at the end of the pretty good section. So the worst of the pretty good so far. I don't like saying that, but it's just how I feel about it, and I don't like it. And then we've got Wall-E, a film that literally makes me bawl my eyes out every time I watch it, but I love it so much. It's just, Wall-E is the cutest thing ever, and is literally what the future will be if we don't sort things out. So it's going in the amazing. Then we got Cars, my favourite Pixar film. For some reason, I love this film. I used to love collecting all the merchandise and everything, and I just really like the film. It feels special to me. So it's going to go straight in that amazing section, right next to Cars 2, and I don't know if anything is going to beat it. But I just think it's a underrated film that does deserve more. So yeah, and then we got The Incredibles, probably one of the best superhero films of all time. But it's just an okay film. Comparing it to the other films, so it's gonna go in the great section right there, next to the other ones. So yeah, and then we've got my favourite Toy Story film, which is like almost like a prison break film. I love this. That ending makes me cry so much. I can't express it, but it's got to go in the amazing. I love it so much. I just want to squeeze the film. I just want to hug it so much because it's just so good. I don't know how Pixar pulled it off, but it's Pixar, they can do anything. They could literally make a film about a cushion and it have cushion friends. I don't know. Then we got Brave, my least favourite Pixar film, which is going straight in the pretty bad section. Surprised it's not in the bad. I don't know. They did know what they were doing with this, and it flops straight on its face. It falls flat on its face, so it's gonna go there. And then we got Monsters University, a film that we didn't really expect to have, but it's a good film. But it's got some issues. It's not as good as Monsters Inc. So I'm gonna put it in the great section along with some of the other films. I feel like I'm just pushing Soul along to the end, like all these films have beaten her. And then we've got The Good Dinosaur. It's one of the worst Pixar films, but all Pixar films are great, and so is this one. So I'm not going to bully it by putting it in the pretty bad. I'm going to be nice and put it in the pretty good because it deserves it. It deserves to be in that section. Right there. It's just such a basic plot almost, and I feel like we've kind of seen it before, but I am swapping Bug's Life here, and I'm putting it next to The Good Dinosaur because it deserves it right there, right off the bat. It deserves to be there. So yeah. And then we've got Inside Out, a film that's pretty similar to Soul actually, or Soul's pretty similar to it. It's got, obviously, it makes you feel a bit sad after watching it, but it's a good film, and it shows how you need to express all your emotions at different times. All of them are good for different bits. And then we've got last but certainly not least, Cars 3, which is going in the pretty good section because it's not amazing. It disappointed me a little bit. Which it makes me sad to put it there, but it's got to go there. I'm sorry. I'm switching this around a little bit. Toy Story's got to go in that amazing section. I've changed my mind. It's not just going on the end though. It's gonna go. I am just trying to think. Where should I put it? I don't know. This is so hard. Okay, let's put it between Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. God, I still really want to change this a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is just so hard. Like, I want to almost swap Ratatouille and The Incredibles, but it doesn't feel right to do it. I don't know. Finding Nemo doesn't deserve to be at the end of Amazing. It deserves to be a little bit further up the list. Yeah, I don't know. Got to move Monsters Inc., but I don't know where to put it. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know. Is it better than Toy Story 3? Yeah. Okay, it can go in between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. I think. Oh no, I've got a no. Yeah. That's. I've got to be satisfied with this list. Actually, yeah. Am I happy with this? Okay, I think that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know your list. Tell me if you agree or disagree. And yeah, I'm trying to look at this list and see what I think of it. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video, and we will see you later. Goodbye.